Today on Singles Court, Lucy's seeing red after Jake swapped roles with his twin brother.
I danced with your brother, and I deserve to have him come in pretending to be you?
Jake wants to know, was it a trick or a treat?
She knew. You know why she knew? Because John the next day told me she called out his name in bed.
And Jill's in a rush to get to the altar.
We should move on and get married.
Yeah, married. Boom, like that, married.
But Bill's hesitation is going to halt her.
Slow down. Slow down.
Now they both have a chance to pop questions.
Are you blaming me for all the losers that you went out with?
Prove to me that you didn't.
Hi, and welcome to Singles Court. Now today, as usual, we have two singles who have a messy relationship problem. And they've come here for our help. Well, more specifically, they've come here for the help of a relationship expert who is a lecturer, an author, an outstanding guide to all relationships, Angela Siegel.
Hi, David.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Very well.
Good.
I called you a guide. You're a guide. You're
I'm
finding
sort of
the path,
that. You know, this weekend I did the grocery store thing.
Okay.
And you know, I got to tell guys, stay out of the frozen food section. That's not cute.
It's not cute?
Don't like
Frozen
that.
foods are not cute.
No, that's not cute. Don't do that.
Well, Angela, I'd like you to meet Lucy and Jake. Now, they're students working towards a hospitality degree. Now, she says Jake and his brother played a terrible trick on her, and she wants an apology. Jake won't take full responsibility for what happened, so I call this the case of single date, double trouble.
Well, Lucy, you seem to be very upset. What happened?
Well, I've been dating Jake for about 3 months, and he has a twin brother, John. They're identical twins, so you can't tell them apart. And
but you're dating Jake, not John.
No, I'm not dating John.
Okay.
Although
You can tell us apart.
no,
you can tell us
can't
apart.
tell you. His own mother can't tell
How
them
do you
apart
say my
sometimes.
mom doesn't know? Like, we grew up with her. She
Jake,
knows her
you know,
kids.
Sometimes she cannot tell them apart.
Okay. And there must be a point to that, or else you wouldn't belabor it. But go ahead.
Exactly. But you know, we all got along really well, and John's a good guy too, and so we would go out a lot together, the three of us, and it was always Jake's suggestion, never mine, and
You didn't seem to mind.
no, I didn't mind. I liked John. He's a nice guy, or he was a nice guy.
I feel an alibi coming on here.
Yes, here it comes.
Go ahead.
So, you know, we had a good time. We had a lot of fun. They're crazy. These guys together, when they go out, they get kicked out of bars.
Yeah, but you see, she never minded. She never minded.
I'm
you know
talking.
What? You know what? No. You talked enough. Okay. She likes to hang out. She likes the fact.
Yes, I
she
never
likes the
denied
attention.
that I didn't
she
like
likes.
hanging
She likes.
out with you
okay,
guys.
let me rephrase it. And she
You know
loves
what?
the attention.
Let's get to the point. You know, remember? Point, reason you're here, what's the problem? You're already broken up.
The point is that they like to play practical jokes, and they played one on me.
Which
and
was?
I want him to apologize for it. And
What was the joke?
Yeah, I'd like to know what the joke was.
Yeah.
That's the important thing here.
The credits will be rolling by the time you tell us. What was the joke?
I slept with his twin brother. But I thought it was him.
You're kidding, right?
No.
You're serious?
Yes.
Okay. How'd that happen?
This is his idea of a joke.
Okay, no.
How'd that happen? Why don't you tell me, Jake? How did your
listen,
brother
listen,
slip in her without her knowing?
First off, she is always flirting with my brother, okay? Always.
That
Wherever
is
we
not
go,
true. The three of us always goof around. Yourself.
Wherever we go, wherever we go,
You had your
it's
chance.
my
You
turn,
chose
right?
not to tell it. So let me hear it.
Okay. Wherever
But just
we go,
get to like the meat of the story.
That's fine.
No
that's
pun
fine.
intended.
Okay. A few nights before the night that we're talking about, we went out. All three of us went to a club. I turn around to get some drinks. I come back. She's in the middle of the dance floor with my brother, in the middle of the place, dancing. The place is packed.
Yeah, dancing. Is that a crime?
She was up on him, like she was grinding
I
on
was
him.
not.
She's always
Angela, I was
always on him.
not.
She's always on him. So
So
anyway,
you mean
that's
she was
fine.
doing like
We
the
were
thong
dancing.
song?
Yeah, exactly.
We
And
were
she
dancing.
no, you were not.
It's a contact sport.
She was
okay?
making me look like an idiot in front of all of these
Wait
people.
a minute. Let me just pause for a
Okay.
second.
You look
Did
like
you know
an
that
idiot. You do that
dancing?
enough on your own.
Did you know that dancing was a contact sport?
Exactly.
dancing.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Okay.
Those were your words,
So
not mine.
the night that we're talking about, my brother and I went out to a club. Went out to get something to drink.
Right.
And I didn't invite her purposely because of what happened before.
Yeah, and then the next morning, I go down to the cafeteria,
You be quiet,
and
okay? You
everybody's
be quiet.
laughing, and I have no idea why.
We did not invite her. I didn't invite her because I said, you know what, like, I wanted to get, stuff off of my chest. And I said to him, I said,
Okay, so they were dancing in the middle of the floor. You're out.
okay, no, this is a different night now.
another
This is the
night.
night that we're talking about.
Oh,
And then
The night that we're
the
talking
morning
about,
after
I
this
went out.
night, I go
Can
down
you
in the
be-
cafeteria, and they're all laughing and joking around, he and his brother and my friends and their friends, mutual friends, because I
Slept with his brother.
Yes,
Exactly.
There it is.
But I was waiting.
but everybody
I was
knows.
waiting
Everybody-
for Jake
everybody
in his
knows.
dorm room at night. I was asleep, and John comes in
the night that
without
we're talking
me
about-
knowing.
the night that
John
we're talking
comes
about-
in without me knowing and starts kissing
The
me
night
and touching
that we're
me.
talking
what am I supposed
about-
to think? It's
the
dark.
night-
I can't tell them apart in
You
the
can
daylight.
tell us apart. You always.
I cannot tell
You can tell when you're
apart.
dancing with him in the
Wait
middle
a
of the floor. You can tell it was him.
Yeah, because we were talking.
Oh, okay.
No,
that's-
it was a
tell their
contact
voices.
sport, remember?
Thank you.
Okay.
Now,
So-
the night that we're talking about.
She's in your bed. I got
She-
half. She's in your bed in your room, and then
And
your brother came in.
I'm out with my brother.
Okay, but you're-
I'm out with my brother. I talked to him. I said, I think I'm going to break up with her, but I didn't want to give up the sex. And he said,
course
well,
not. I don't blame you.
Well, no, okay,
She's got
that's
it wide
fine. And
open
I'm being
for you.
honest,
Doors
right? And
open.
I'm
Hey,
being honest. I'm telling you the
I
truth.
hear you.
Fine. So he says, well, you're lucky to have someone there, a lover. And I said, you know what? What is this? Do you want her? Do you want her? He said yes.
So you
I
gave
gave him
him-
the key. I gave him the key. She was waiting in my apartment, in
You
my
gotta be kidding
dorm.
me.
I gave him the key and let him do what he wanted.
That's
You know,
not right.
it was
Okay,
wrong.
so you gave
it,
him
was,
the
it may have been. You know what? I was angry, but she deserved it.
You gave him.
Yeah,
I deserved
yeah, I
it.
did.
I
Yeah,
deserved
yeah,
it. I
yeah.
danced with your
Yeah,
brother,
you-
and I deserve to have him come in pretending to be you
Lucy.
and have sex with me.
Lucy.
I know where he's been. His brother could have some
Yeah,
venereal
yeah.
diseases
Sure,
or something.
sure,
Look at it.
right.
I mean, that responsibility is on you.
Excuse me.
Which word didn't you understand?
How,
responsibility
how
is
is it my
still on you.
responsibility to know where his brother has been? I
Well-
know where he's been.
Oh, really?
Because we discussed that.
Oh, and that would make it absolutely true, right? Think about, you take responsibility for your part of it, okay? You're sitting there like Cinderella, like you're sitting on top of some pumpkin.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
No, you.
That's exactly
No,
what
I'm not.
saying.
I haven't even gotten on you yet. Explain to me. You're laying in the bed already, waiting for somebody.
Asleep.
Whatever. And then all of a sudden.
Whatever. I was asleep.
Okay. And then you woke up with a man on top of you, which you
Who
want
I
me to.
thought was my boyfriend.
You went
Hello?
through. No, hello is what you need to say to yourself because you went through a full act of sex, the whole thing, and didn't at any point know that wasn't the same man.
Yes. It was dark.
It must have been dark, and you must have been numb, and you must have had your finger in your ears too. Because I just can't understand.
No, you know what? She knew. She knew. You know why
did
she
not
knew?
know.
Because John the next day told me she called out his name in bed. So she knew. She's always fantasizing.
is
She's
not
always telling
true.
me. She's always
That
telling
is
me.
not
She's
true.
always telling me that she's fantasizing
How do you feel about
being with.
How do you feel about the fact that you gave your brother the key to the room?
You know what? Okay. I was drunk. I was upset. It may not have been the best thing to do,
Yeah, and
but
you wanna know
but
what?
no, she
Fantasies-
asked me. She
fantasies
asked
are
me.
different than
she,
reality,
She
okay?
fantasized
We
about all
talked
the time.
about we were
I thought,
joking
you know what?
around,
If that's
and
what she
that's
wants to do,
different
let
than
her
the
do it.
actual act
Let
of
her
having
do it.
sex with somebody
If
else.
that's what it's going to be, let her do it. Teach her a lesson. That's fine. Is that what you
Teach
want?
me a
Good,
lesson.
good.
Isn't this
That's what
both
you
of you?
should teach
both
me.
of
Now
you-
everybody
King
knows.
man.
Now everybody
Both
knows
of you-
exactly how
His
you
brother
are.
just
Both of you
Neanderthals.
are in hospitality college. Is that correct?
Yes.
Well, remind me which hotel you're working in because I don't want to stay there. Okay, time for resolution. This case is about immature choices on both your parts. Lucy, the choice you made was immature. You made an immature decision in even having a relationship with him. It wasn't a relationship, it was sex. And you have to understand that with sex, adult sex, comes adult consequences. And you need to drop the poor me attitude. You made a mistake. We all make them. But you have to accept the fact that you made one so that you can do something about it. You made a mistake in being with him in the first place, and then you made a mistake even further carrying it on to a sexual relationship, which is really all he valued anyway. Jake, I don't need to tell you, you disrespected Lucy because when you got mad at her, you traded her off like a baseball card. You had no problem giving your brother the key. You had no problem just passing her off. Have you ever tried talking and letting the person know that you're disappointed? Because then maybe, in fact, there may have been an opportunity to save this relationship, if you want to call it that. The pain of the truth is meant to sting. Because when it stings, that's the only way you can make a change. And you're both young. You're young enough now to make a sharp turn and start making some changes in your life. And those changes need to be that you need to learn how to respect yourself, respect your own body, respect relationships. Jake, respect women. Because those are things that when you have that sort of respect, you're able to make the right decisions when it comes to relationships. It's bigger than jumping in the bed with every person that you see. And you can't build a relationship from a sexual tryst. You need to know that it needs to start first with a friendship. I would tell you that both of you are in school in hospitality college, but I would hope that you would go there, continue to go there, and get a degree instead of looking for a room for the night. And that's that, the final word.
Next on Singles Court, Jill's in a rush to get to the altar.
We should move on and get married.
Yeah, married. Boom, like that, married.
But Bill's hesitation is going to halt her.
Slow down. Slow down.
Now they both have a chance to pop questions.
Are you blaming me for all the losers that you went out with?
Bill!
Hi, and welcome back to Singles Court. I'm David Knight. We're back with two more singles who have a messy problem. And who better to help them out but relationship expert Angela Siegel.
That's me. You know,
That
I have
is you.
this little party music kind of going on in my head.
In your head?
Yeah.
Because I was listening for it.
Yeah, I'm just kind of going on in my head. I'm ready to rock and roll, so let's get busy.
I've got a party in my pants. Okay, moving on. All right. On the surface, it's a pretty basic conflict. This is Jill and Bill. Jill is a daycare worker, and Bill is an apprentice carpenter. Jill wants to tie the knot, and Bill says, slow down. Hey, we don't even know each other well enough yet. I call this the case of marriage on the fast track, or ball and chain, don't slow me down.
Well, Bill, sounds like you were given, I guess, an ultimatum.
That's right, Angela. I was given an ultimatum. It all started like this. You know, I meet this girl 5 months ago. We've been going out for about, 5 months. And things have been going really good. Things have been going great, actually. And then one day we're at the mall. We're having a good time. You know, we're shopping, picking up stuff for herself. Then all of a sudden, out of the blue, out of left field, she comes and says, demands that I propose to her. You know, she gives me an ultimatum. She doesn't even give me the chance to explain. Then she walks in the mall.
Angela, you just heard him say, I am everything that he wants. He truly cares for me. He's happy to be with me.
I care about you, but 5 months.
Okay, well let's back up to the mall, because I'm not over that part. You're in the mall, like walk me through this. You're picking up toothpaste.
Like, we're shopping, we're picking up
essentials,
stuff.
things like that.
Okay, carrying bags.
Yes.
I have
And
a
then
couple
what happens?
parcels with me, yeah, that's right.
Okay, and then what happens?
Then
And I want her to tell me, because I think this is kind of funny. So then what happens?
Basically, Angela, I just feel we spent 1 week
No,
together
let's go
in
back
Vegas.
to the mall. Okay, we're holding the bags.
Yes.
We're
The
walking.
mall. You remember the mall, don't you?
Yes, I do remember the mall, Bill. Thank
So
you
what
very
happened?
much.
So now you look at Bill and look deep into his eyes, carrying your bags, and
And
say,
I just suggested to him, I think that everything has been going beautiful for the past 5 months, and I think we should move on and get married.
Yeah, married. Boom, like that, married. Boom, not even let's live together, nothing. It's just boom, let's get married. Let's just be my wifey.
Okay, you know what? I am 28 years old. I have 6 bridesmaid dresses from 6 of my friends getting married last year.
I'm still in school. I'm working on my papers. I want to be successful. I'm not saying I don't care about you. All I'm saying is slow down.
Bill,
Slow
I thought at this
down.
point in time in
Jill,
my life.
question for you, okay? Now, you just kind of blurted out this let's get married thing, which sounds like it's the first time you heard about
Right
it.
out of left field. Right out. I get
the picture. I get the picture. Okay, so kind of explain to me, like, how you expected the future to go beyond that question.
Well, basically, it was just a matter of certainly from the time when we spent in Vegas, that was a whole week. That's like you're living with a person. That was a trial run of us living together.
Okay, you think the week in Vegas on vacation was a trial run of you living together?
Well, I think it was
Are
like
you
a
planning
good
on living in
step.
a-
I was
We
getting
lost.
to
We
know
planning
each
on
other.
$500.
Are you planning on living in a hotel?
No,
Okay, and room service?
no,
And a desert outside and a pool?
no.
Well, then it's not a trial run. Okay, so let's go back to what you expected after you asked him the question of getting married. Like, did you expect him to say yes and then you leave the
How
mall?
about graduate? How about graduate, Angela? Did
How
you
about let
expect
me
to
ask
see?
the question?
Oh, sorry.
You're a little tightly
What-
wound there, Bill. Just-
What was your expectation?
would-
I'm trying to understand that. What was your expectation?
Honestly, I expected from the signs I was getting and what he was verbally stating to me that we were ready to move on to the next level of
You're
our
going to run off
relationship.
through JCPenney's and live happily ever after? I mean,
register. They have beautiful towel sets there at JCPenney.
Okay. So, you see, Bill, that she is obviously very interested in being married to you.
I understand, but I guess I should have known when 2 months into the relationship, she shows me this ring in an antique shop. You know,
Angela,
I should have. It should have been a clue.
Antique
Yeah, it should have been.
cluster setting.
2 months though.
So
2 months into the relationship, she shows me
beautiful.
this.
Let me ask you.
$5,000.
Is it
I'm
the
in
money?
school.
Is it the money, Bill? Because if it's the money, I'm sure Daddy would be happy to loan you the money.
Daddy? I'm supposed to get the money from Daddy? I'm supposed to get it from your father? I'm a man here. I'm not going to let your dad give her a ring.
Jill, call me crazy.
That is a lot of money.
Call me crazy, but can I ask you
Let me
why
get established first.
Bill,
Okay?
can I ask you why you want to marry Bill? May sound crazy, but usually there's a reason about something we like about a person, we love about them. Tell me about the relationship.
Because I'm a brother on the. I'm doing the right thing.
You're a brother with a big mouth.
I'm
Will
sorry.
you please let her answer the question?
Okay.
I have wasted 5.
No, Jill, did you hear my question? What is it that makes you want to marry him so badly?
Because, Angela, I am at this point in time in my life where it is getting pathetic that my friends are getting married. I have wasted 5 prime dating periods of my life based on 2 previous men who stated and led me to believe that, yes, we are going to get married. I am sick and tired of
You're basing
always
this
stalling.
on your
Wait a minute,
past
Bill,
relationships.
Right, Bill.
Jill, call me crazy again, but somewhere in that whole exchange where you called it a dating period, whatever that is, you left out the part about I love him because.
I love him because he's a very hard worker.
Does he
He's
fit
putting
the
himself
suit?
through
Does he
school.
fit the tuck suit? I mean, what do you love about him?
He's a very hard-working person, and nowadays that is a very slim percentage. And getting up in age,
Exactly. Now
the
it's all
percentage
coming
is getting
together.
a little
It's
low.
all
Percentages
coming
now.
together now. Are you blaming me for all the losers that you went out
the ring
with?
will prove to me that you
Bill,
are committed.
there's a bigger thing here, okay? Because the question, I asked her several times, several different ways, but at no point did she say, I love him, I love this about him or that about him. Basically, it sounds like you just happen to fit the groom
Angela, I
suit.
did say he's a very hardworking man,
Oh, yeah,
and
I
certainly,
forgot.
certainly that is a lot of good positive traits in a man nowadays. Certainly, it's because I know he'll provide for us and
I
provide
want
for
us
our
to
family.
work this out, Angela. I want us to work this out.
let me make sure I understand you correctly. Because if you go to Disney World and meet Mickey Mouse, he's been working for the last 75 years, he'd be a candidate. He's a hard worker.
Mickey's got too many. His
I'm a
ears are
hard
too
worker
big.
who's in school.
Okay.
Mickey's ears are too big.
Do you,
Angela.
are you listening to this?
I'm hearing it, but
Do you love her? Do you love Jill?
yes, I love her. I could say
he
that.
loves me the same way I have feelings, deep feelings, and I love you, Bill. And this is why I need this ring for commitment to confirm that
What's
you
a
are.
ring? A
that
ring's
we're
not
going
going to
move
tell you
forward.
that I love.
Jill, the idea of
ring?
being married, are you in love with the idea of being married? I mean, you keep telling me about your bridesmaids' dresses and all the things, and you're this time
I
frame.
do.
half her
Hello,
friends are
28 years
divorced.
old. It's getting
Angela, half her
pathetic,
friends are
Angela.
Half the world are divorced, Bill.
Then
Get
what's
a
the
grip.
rush?
It
Get
is
a
getting
grip.
pathetic, Angela. I have got my mother telling me on Christmas Eve that maybe I should change my New Year's resolution to maybe not wishing for me to be engaged. She is crying about how her arthritis is going to kick in soon, where she might not even be able to hold her grandbaby.
So I have to pay for the
guess
price?
what? Wedding bells are ringing. I'm going to my resolution.
Oh.
You are pathetic. You know, sometimes you want something so badly that you destroy every possibility of actually having what you desire. And in your case, Jill, you know, you were so pressed about being married, you forgot to look for the right groom. You forgot to make sure that he had the qualities and the goals that you had and that you had a match there. There's nothing wrong with having, you know, that as a goal, marriage. I have no problem with that. But what I want you to understand is that we women, me included, a lot of times put ourselves in positions where that becomes the ultimate goal and we no longer are looking at anything else. And that's what I see you doing. So when I said to you that you were pathetic, it was not in a negative way. It was a way so that you could realize that that cannot be the goal. He needs to be the right groom. You need to have the right things that match. You know, Bill, you have to understand that if Jill is saying to you that the only way she'll be with you is if you're married to her, then you need to be prepared to leave because she really didn't mention anything so great about why she was in love with you. It was more of the idea that she's in love with the idea of being married. You know, As I said before, it's okay for marriage to be your goal. That's fine, but you can't step over everything else, including all the qualities and issues that need to happen in a relationship to get there. You know, I look at the two of you and I see a possibility for a good relationship, but it needs time, it needs to grow, it needs to be nurtured. And if in fact Bill is the right one, he'll still be there 5 months from now, he'll still be there a year from now. You know, you need to understand that it's not the words I do that are the ultimate. It's the action words, I will. Those are the ones that matter. And that's that, the final word.
Well, today we had 2 boys for every girl and a wedding ring without a finger. What will happen next? Well, you'll have to find out next time here on Singles Court, the final word for singles.